integer data type is basically used to store numeric values into the variables. So if you want to store any numeric value into an Apex variable in your program, then you're going to go with integer data types. And integer data types are further divided into two subtypes. Number one, integer itself, and the second one is long. So when you have a number which is of short range, or which will be there, or which can be stored into the integer data types range itself, then go ahead with the integer data type. But if you think that the number will be of a broader range than the range of integer, then in that case you should go for the long variable or long data types variable. So here's a simple program. If you can see the on my back, over here in this program, I'll explain you that how to assign first of all declare a variable or declare an integer variable, and how to assign a value to it, and then I'm going to explain you how to declare a long variable and how to assign a long value to it. So over here in this program, integer data type, first I have selected integer data type, and this is how we can declare the variable. So integer is basically the data type, and then the space, and then a, it's basically the variable name, and then the semicolon. And if we want to assign any value to this variable, then we can do it like this: a is equals to 50. So any number, any numeric value if you have, you can just simply assign it like this: a is equals to 50, or 50 or 40 or whatever the number is. And if you want to do it together, then in that case you can simply declare the data type or write down the data type integer, and then the variable name a1 then is equals to 50, 60, 70, whatever the numeric value you want to store into this a1 variable. Now let's talk about long data type. Long data type works exactly similar to the integer data type, but there is a simple difference over here when assigning a long value to the data type or to the variable. So let's have a look at it. Over here, if you'll see, we have long data type, and then L1 is basically the variable name the variable in which we're going to store a long value. So long L1 is equals to 5000. 5000 is definitely into the range of integer, but still we are storing it into a long data types variable, and this 5000 is an integer value. An integer value automatically gets converted to a long value when we assign it to a long variable. So over here 5000 is an integer value, but we can assign an integer value to a long variable directly. There will be no problem that will happen. But let's talk about something else, and before that we have something like declaring and assigning a value of a long variable together. So here is a simple example of it. So now have a look. Long L3 is equals to 21474836648. So this number is not into the integers range. It exceeds the integers range. Integers range is till 21474836647 itself. So this number is exceeding the integers range. So if we'll try to assign this value to this long variable, then there will be a problem. There will be a compile time error, and this compile time error will say that illegal integer value. So we'll not be able to compile it. So what to do in this situation? We want to assign a bigger number or a bigger numeric value to our long variable. How to do that? So there's a simple thing that you need to do over here. That is, long L3 is equals to then the number which obviously exceeds the integers range, and you just need to add L, small l or capital L, whatever suits you. So here's the example for capital L, and here's the example for small l. So if you add L at the end of that number, so compiler automatically interprets it or understands that it is a long value which needs to be assigned to a long variable, and in that situation it will not give any compile time error, and you will easily be able to store a long value to a long data type.